So now you've downloaded the free trial, or maybe you already had Photoshop CC 2014, but you have it on your system, and when you open it, it looks like this. This is the basic platform. It opens up like as a standard setting for the layout. You can change the layout, and if you go up here to window, you can change that, add different things, like you've got your layers open here and your toolbar. You can adjust all this accordingly, but I think for what we're doing in this course, it's fine to stay at this standard setting of layouts. I've got some of the files open here that we're going to be using during the course, well, that I'm going to be using to demonstrate to you how to do the certain things that we talk about within the course. This particular picture here I'm going to use to demonstrate how to remove camera shake. You can see this one here. Just if you do have a lot of files open, you can click this button here to choose between them. So I can go back to this one. This is the end product. So this kind of, in real life, you could use this sort of thing for any kind of image really, whether it be a shot that you've taken of something on your travels, or maybe an item that you're going to list on eBay. Anything you can use. Once you get these processes wired into your brain as a natural thing, they become very easy. It's just the practice of it. Initially it might slow you down, but I find with practice and forcing yourself to keep doing it makes it more natural, and then it becomes habit, and then it takes no time at all. It's just getting familiar with the program and the shortcuts and actually integrating it into your process. So that's one of the images. Just close that by clicking the X. You'll find up here, if it has a star, that usually means that you've done something to the image and it needs to be saved. So otherwise it will just not have a star. So you've just opened these. This is an image that I've got as an example of removing the wrinkles. You can see how much younger this person looks on this side, and you'll see this all the time in magazines and things, but you might want to use it for your own images. And these days we're all over social media and we've got our LinkedIn profiles, that kind of thing. You always have to have a profile picture and you want to look your best. We don't always look our best in real life, so as you can see here, there's so much being done when you actually look more closely at it, and they just perk her up a bit. She's still the same person, but it's just pepped up how she looks and made her look her absolute best. Close that one. Then here I've got this lovely landscape scene. We've all taken beautiful landscapes and we want to make the most out of them, especially when we get to the camera raw section of the course. We'll be using that to adjust these beautiful images, already beautiful images, but even if your images aren't so beautiful, this will just make them pop. And it's a very simple process to change and to make different effects. And once you find the effect that you think really makes your image come to life, you can stick with that or try new things. Then we've got this image of the lady with this lovely background. I mean, in real life, we're going to take this lady away from the background, or we could put her in the scene that we've just seen. But in real life, you could also do this. I've seen a really brilliant blog where someone had faked their whole holiday by just taking pictures of themselves and photoshopping themselves onto other backgrounds as if they'd been travelling. But you can use it for all kinds of different situations, not just to fool people, but for realistic purposes as well. This image here shows us how we can whiten teeth, and I think this is really impressive. It's so brilliant. It's not just like flat colour, it still keeps the highlights and the texture from the original, but it just makes them perfectly pearly white. and that's what everybody wants, I think, for their teeth, especially in a photograph, because it's much more looked at and it just looks so beautiful, and it can really make everything look a little bit more professional. And once you can do this, you can do anything, basically. And yeah, this is the previous image that we've seen where we've adjusted her face. This was the before shot, so you can see how we've improved her face completely. So that's a bit of what we're going to be doing in this course, and the general navigation and setup of Photoshop. I'm going to be going through all your controls and everything like that, and how you use this system. If you've never used Photoshop before, don't worry, I'll go through everything, and if you have, hopefully this refreshes a few things for you and shows you maybe a new way to do things, because there are a lot of different ways to do one thing in Photoshop, and this course is going to hopefully show you them all. So stay tuned for the next video.